Welcome, Never Betters. One more time, ready? Welcome, Never Betters, to my YouTube channel. I'm Susan, and this is Buddy Sherman. We are so grateful you're here. So today I've prepared a 45-minute Power Vinyasa Flow yoga class for you, all about movement and message. In the flow, we're going to move in and out of different variations of eagle pose. The message is about sharing your light. I hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, hit that thumbs up, push the bell for future notifications, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Now let's get after the best version of you today. If you follow me at Never Better Yoga on Spotify, we're going to go ahead and press the start button for the playlist for today's practice all together right now. Then come with me. We're going to come down right onto our back. So just take your time getting down. Lay all the way down on your back, and then when you get to that laying down position, go ahead and let your feet be at the width of your mat. Knock your knees together for a little teepee tent style. Let your left hand come to your heart. Let your right hand be placed on your belly. Now, if it serves you and you were interested in bringing the soles of your feet together and letting your knees go wide, that's another option, Supta Baddha Konasana. You might consider having a prop on the outsides of your thighs. But just close your eyes down. Take a nice deep breath in. Fill your chest, your lungs, your diaphragm up with your breath. Sip it in, sip it in, sip it in. Cap it off and sigh it out your mouth. So just begin to experience and recognize the slowing down of your breath. It's a very conscious cadence where you breathe in and out through your nose. Never underestimating the power that your breath has to help you stabilize your emotions, your soul is your mind, your will, and your emotions. All is well with my soul. Just breathing that mantra in, literally having the capability of talking yourself into just about anything, but today, talking yourself off the ledge and into a place of peace and calm, and a place where we can practice sharing our light. The unity of our inner light. Now go ahead and let your feet be planted at the width of your mat. If they're not, knees are going to come together. You're going to take your hands, lace them inside out as you press them up to the ceiling. So your thumbs are going to be forward and your pinky fingers back. You flipped your hands inside out. Now, wide elbows, hands to heart. Inhale the arms back up as you extend them. Exhale as you pull apart your hands and then rise the arms back up as you straighten them straight out from the shoulders. Now, exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Couple more times. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. One more time. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Now, switch the grip of your hands. You're going to come into a Ganesha grip, which is the right hand slipping inside where the left fingers can lace it. Now, pull apart. Your elbows are bent, and you're pulling your hands apart even though they're connected. So the Ganesha grip is a way, it's a hand gesture that we can recognize the ability that we have to remove obstacles. So pull apart right there. And then as you release that Ganesha grip, tee your arms like goalposts. Let your knees now not knock together and turn them into windshield wipers. So just very gently, you're going to let the knees rinse over to the right and over to the left. So it's just a very gentle warm up for the spine. So the lower back, the sacrum, is rooted down and you're just windshield wiping side to side to begin to bring some mobility into the lower back area and the hips. So just visualizing that cleansing and purifying of your heart, mind, body, and soul, anything that you're hanging on to or anything that it took for you to get here today. Let this rinsing of the knees help wash away and clear the slate for today's practice. Then go ahead and rinse both of your knees over to the right and then just shift your gaze to the left in the opposite direction. Now reverse it. Let both knees rinse to the left and then shift your gaze over to the right. Now come back onto your back, pull the left heel a little closer in, lace your hands around the right shin and create a little circular motion. The right leg is bent, the thigh bone draws in towards your chest, and you're just gonna roll that right hip around, flare your toes out, maybe even move your foot around your ankle. Just getting some mobility into that right hip and then reverse that circular motion. Now, keeping a hang on that right shin, let the left leg go straight and long, and then left hand outside the right leg, wrap that twist, teeing the right arm, looking over to the right side of the house, or just letting the right arm come alongside your body. Now, when you slip back onto your back, you can either come to supine pigeon, where you lace your hands under the left hamstring, right leg is across, or you could bring your knees together, slip your hands to the outside edges of your feet, and come to Gomukhasana, cow face leg style pose. Now push your hands into your feet into your hands. It's a little tug of war. Pretty intense hip opener for the beginning of our practice today. And then go ahead and unravel that, whatever you chose, and let your feet be planted again to the width of your mat and go back to the rinse. Just let your breath help cleanse and purify the rinsing of your knees right to left. So today we're going to focus on the unity of our inner light. That unity allows us to share that light that we have from the inside out. Being the light. So we're in a season where sharing the light, sharing encouragement, sharing just any sort of positive reinforcement to those that are around you, people you come into contact with. There seems to be a lot of extracurricular activities this time of year, and it adds a lot of stress to people's lives. So any type of random act of kindness that you can activate is going to make such a huge difference in the lives of others. Now, rinse your knees over to the left, let them hold, and then shift your gaze to the right. Now, as you rotate back onto your back, pull the right heel into your sit bone, lace your hands on the left shin, and just create that little circular motion. So you're waking up. You might even want to include rolling the foot around the ankle. If there's any snap, crackle, pops, you start to iron things out and then reverse that direction. Now, keeping a hold of that left shin, straighten the right leg, and then take the right hand to the outside of the left thigh and roll that right hip in the right direction. The left hip rolls across the right extended leg, and then look over to the left. Beautiful. Now, when you come back onto your back, you could either come to supine pigeon, which is a laying down shape of a 4, lacing your hands under the right hamstring, or maybe the right shin bone, left foot crosses over the right thigh bone, or bring your knees together with the left leg over the right, and then hands are going to slip on the outsides of your feet as you push your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet. Breathe. Now, as you unravel that, go ahead and come to happy baby. Hands to the outside edges of your feet if you can reach that. If not, it's going to be the outside edges of your legs. It could be your calves. As you pull down, let your tailbone head towards the mat as you almost visualize pressing the feet up. So again, it's a very active stance. You're pushing up as the ceiling in your mind's eye comes down, and maybe even take a little side to side rock. Now turn that side to side rock into a back and forth rock. So you're going to capture the shins, maybe the backs of the hamstrings, you choose. But when you're ready, we're going to rock all the way up to a forward fold at the top of your mat, letting your feet travel to the distance of your mat, softening your knees, and going into a rocking forward and back. So in this rock, you're going to pop up on the balls of your feet and then rock back on your heels. So keep your knees bent and just kind of massage this forward and back motion in the forward fold, maybe shaking your head out a little bit. Anything that could possibly hinder your practice today, any angst, any worry, any concern, whether it be in some situation in your family or in your own life or your work or your friends or whatever it might be, your children, your parents, whatever it is, just let it spill right out onto your mat, giving you the ability and the choice today to stay right here, right now, in your practice, in this place and in this space. And then hold up with stabilization of the soles of your feet and move your head back and forth, saying, yes, you are exactly where you belong. There is no coincidence that you showed up here today. And then holding, pop the right heel up, staying in the fold. Right hand stays down, left arm opens up to twist, open to the left side of the house. Release that back down, lower that right heel down, pop the left heel up, pull the left hip crease back, left hand down, twist open to the right. Now release that connection. You're going to bend your knees a lot. Lace your hands behind your back. Reach the crown of your head forward and let your index fingers connect as you create that Kali Mudra style. Then bend your elbows but straighten your legs and stand right up. Hands are still laced behind your back. Now slide your hands down the back side, retract your shoulders and look up. Release your hands, heel toe your feet all the way together and bring your hands to heart center. So today, draw your chin to your chest and close your eyes. So sharing your own light. If there is someone on your heart or mind you would like to dedicate your practice toward today, could be a wish, could be a prayer. Just bring that into your heart right now. And then once you have that, go ahead and offer it up. Just sweep your arms out and up on the inhale. On the exhale, hinge, bend, and fold. Take one halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, and then step back, hands and knees. You're going to come right down onto your hands and knees to find cat. And find cow with that arching of the back, tilting of the tail. Exhale, pull your navel into your spine, round your back and tuck your chin. Inhale, arch and tilt the tail up as you arch the back and let your belly dip. Now keep that going. Exhale, round and hollow, chin to chest. Inhale and soften. Now, can you specifically focus on getting some breath into the back side of your ribs? Exhale, round and hollow. Inhale, soften and melt. One more time. Exhale, push the earth away, pull your belly in. Inhale, soften and melt. Now, shift your hands right and left. Take a circular motion. The circle doesn't have to be super big. You can bend your elbows and kind of travel around. Maybe pushing back for a little cat on the back side. And when you travel around on the front, you can arch your back. And maybe you want to even include your head in this rotation. So breathing in and out through your nose, getting that saja movement. It's like a fluid flow through the water. And then you're going to reverse the direction. You're going to travel around in the opposite direction. See if there's places, again, specifically on the back side of your body that you could breathe into. See if you can get some of those areas in your hips released by just ironing out any of the issues in your tissues. Just go ahead and find that smooth, steady cadence. And then travel back to the center, flipping your hands back around. You're going to tuck your toes under, rock your hips up and back to come into downward facing dog. Pedaling through your feet a little bit. Maybe shifting your heels right and left. And then holding up in your down dog, peel both of your heels up off the mat, pull your belly in. Protract your shoulders, which means you're rounding them as you shift to a high plank posture. And then go ahead and from your high plank, lower all the way down to your mat. Coming into cobra, point your toes, let the heart lift. And then lower your chin back down, tuck your toes under, rock your hips up and back, down dog. Now walk your feet in about 6 inches and bring them together. I want you to pop both of your heels up on the inhale. On the exhale, bend your knees. They're going to go wide like a lily on a launch pad. And then step, walk, float, fly, feet to your hands at the top of your mat. Take one halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, breathe in. Exhale, pull yourself together, breathe out. Root to rise, come all the way to standing. Stand tall, breathe in. Exhale, breathe out, hands to heart center, and just pause. Now we're going to start out with Surya Namaskara A, and we're going to build some heat. So just follow my lead, no rush, no hurry. Your style of vinyasa flow is always, always exactly what we need. Now offer it up, breathe in, look up. Exhale, hinge, bend, and fold. Dive right over your legs. Take a halfway lift. Maybe you step back, high plank. Maybe you float back, chaturanga. Lower your entire body all the way to your mat. Point your toes. Maybe it's up dog, maybe it's cobra. Take your hips up and back, downward facing dog. I like to shorten my dog a little bit.